We often speak of an investigation that goes directly into the nature of our being. And in this investigation, we are only interested in learning or understanding what it is that we call I. What is this self that we refer to as the subject of experience? I want you to step into childish curiosity, which means simply not knowing and wanting to know. In other words, anything that might be preconceived or an ideation of truth is left aside for now, only for this investigation. That is what we call purity of mind. There are no impurities, meaning there's nothing present, blocking, filtering reality, experience as it is. Take off the scholarly adult that has lots of conceptual knowledge, ideas, definitions, intellectual understanding, and put on your childish, curious clothes. Clothe yourself in that curiosity. I don't know, and I want to know. The first thing you know for sure is that you are. In this moment, whatever this moment is, you know that you exist. Knowing that you exist and that you are is being. You have being. You are being. You don't know what you are. You know that you are. You don't know what you are being, but you know you are being. If the mind refutes this and takes it as basic, obvious, that is the scholarly adult taking over, saying, I know this already. It's too obvious. It's useless. Don't reject this. Just notice it for what it is. And it's not important in our investigation for that to be present. Stay with that childless curiosity into being. begin to notice that there is no interruption in being. In other words, there are no moments in which you are not. The notion of interruption comes from things in the field of experience. What do I mean by field of experience? I mean the space in which everything that you know appears, and because it disappears, it provides the experience of discontinuation. That's what it's called, illusion. It appears to be there, but then it is not. And everything is doing that. The only thing that is not doing that is what you call I, myself. You cannot not be aware, because you and awareness are the same thing. They both refer to the same thing. Before it is qualified or defined by anything, which again, the more we enact our childish curiosity, we see that which comes and goes are things. The field of experience is always changing. And so I cannot be that. You are not thoughts. You are not images. You are not feelings, emotions, or sensations. All of these are perceived by you, but are not you. Because all of them come and go. They are experienced by you. Don't take my word for it. Test it. See that it checks with your experience right now. Again, if the mind produces the thoughts of, I already know this. I've heard this many times. It doesn't help me. That is the voice of the scholarly adult that is wanting to extract something from this for its benefit. And it needs something for its benefit because it is dissatisfied. We put all of that aside when we decided to just simply be curious about this. Everything else will come back, no worries. We don't get rid of it. Just put it aside for now. And stay there. Nothing else is required. Just notice those two things. You, what you call I, is always there. Never changes. It's an ever-present light of awareness that shines upon everything. Every little thing that is known, it is known through the light of awareness. And it disappears in the same light of awareness. Or it appears in you and disappears in you. Thoughts, ideas, concepts, emotions, sensations, feelings, they are all being perceived by the same field. And into the field they dissolve. This is nothing esoteric. This is by no means anything advanced, and for sure doesn't require any training. The only thing necessary is that we play our role as a child, curious about something, saying, I don't know, and I want to know. Which requires, by default, that we set aside the scholarly adult that knows everything. I already know this. Set it aside. The only way you can be this curious child is to put aside that robe of the adult and just stay there. First thing you know is that you are. Let that curiosity stay there. I am. And what triggers that knowledge? The knowledge of being is a felt experience. It's a true knowledge of being. I know that I am. How do I know? Where do I check? There is an aliveness to it. Obviously, I am. Then realize that everything that you feel, even the feeling of your fingers, it's a momentary feeling. Everything that you think is a ephemeral thought, comes and goes. And yet you remain. This is all you need. And this is all you'll ever need. To sit with yourself and investigate the nature of who you are, to then simply abide in that nature. That is the whole point of doing this investigation. To continuously prove to yourself what you are and what the nature of reality is. This constant proof of everything that appears in awareness as momentary, and while I remain present, is all that the mind requires to relax itself. And that is to honor who you are in the moment.